It's about 3 hours before the start of the event, and I'm here with a gentleman from Tampa, Florida. What's your first name, sir?
My first name is Quinn.
Quinn, what brings you up from Tampa, Florida?
Well, we're up here to, hopefully rally support and maybe getting Obama impeached and, hopefully helping to see that the government is actually hearing what the people really want in the United States versus making their own decisions.
Now, obviously, this is an event about trying to exempt America from Obamacare. We were told that this would become a popular law back in 2010 when it passed, but we're 3 years later and still polling below 50%. Do you see any sign of that changing as it gets farther and farther down the line?
Well, the way I see it as an American person, if Congress is allowed to exempt themselves from Obamacare, why can't I? If it's the law of the land, how can they exempt themselves from Obamacare?
Now, an interesting thing going on has been Syria, obviously, as 2 weeks ago we had a Syria attack that was going to happen, nothing we could do about, and suddenly we have a president who is losing a vote in the House at this point, is suddenly looking wobbly in the Senate. What's your opinion on Syria?
My opinion on Syria, and take this in stride, Ambassador Stevens and the four in Benghazi were basically murdered by the American government, in my theory, because, maybe Ambassador Stevens was about to roll over on the plot and deploy providing Syrian rebels with weapons. So our government told them to stand down, and now this threat to bomb Syria is merely just a diversion to hide the scandal of Benghazi.
You're also, and for those who don't know, you might remember the famous question Rand Paul asked Hillary Clinton about arms in Syria during the Benghazi hearings, which she ducked on. All right, and if there's any one thing that's to come from this event, what's the one thing you'd like to see from this event, or is there a particular speaker you're hoping to hear?
Well, the one thing I'd like to see from this event is, number one, us being successful in defunding Obamacare, which none of America wanted. Us successful in making sure that we do not bomb Syria because we have no dog in that hunt. And quite honestly, I'd really like to see some of these people that are in power, put on trial for treason.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.